Yo guys, what's up and welcome back to the first episode of the Fellowship SMP of 2025. And while I'm recording this intro, I don't know the title, I don't know anything because I haven't really decided what this episode is going to be about because I have a lot of different projects which I can show you here. Here is a project to continue and try to finish. Here is another project. I need to connect this up. Here is another project which I'm gonna try to share more about in the coming months where you guys have to help me out. And here is another project with walls here and a staircase connecting up everything and also making sure everything around is kind of nice and closed. Here is 4 different projects as well I can get going with. Here's another big project around my roof portal I have to get on with. Here at the industrial area, there's a lot of projects there's able to be done as well. There's definitely a lot more projects we can get on with still as well, but this is just a handful of them. So as you can see, there's a lot of different projects. My goal for 2025 is to try to have a Fellowship Friday each month where we have a Fellowship SMP video coming out one Friday every month, and I'm gonna try to stick to that. I think now I've broken it down like that, so we should definitely manage. And then it's just about what projects, what to do, and there's no set Friday currently because with the shift going on, me and Cass alternating or shifts, so or episode comes out every 2 weeks. Then in between that, hopefully one of my Fellowship videos will make it out. So stay tuned for that at least. So that's something. But as I said, I need to figure out what I'm gonna get up to. So I think future Chris will definitely take good care of that. I think something to do with this ceiling here, because if we look up instead of down, I feel this ceiling is a little bit bland. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually work on something I have collected for. I found a new block that gives a lot of extra depth to it, so I'm excited to see what you guys think of it. So with a little time lapse, let's do it. So yeah, as you just saw on the time lapse, we finish up the roof and it actually looks really nice. I'm really satisfied with it. Gives a little bit more depth, and it actually made me think if I should continue some of the pattern out here on the outside to give it a little bit more. Not fully sure yet, but that's something we can maybe look at a later point. While I was streaming, I did another thing because my base has been having, let me just show you free cam, a lot of glow lighting around, and I thought it doesn't look good, definitely not on maps, which I want to do a little bit of my area, and the same one on the roof. So I put in pressure plates of mangrove, deep slate, or blackstone I mean, and blackstone buttons on the deep slate. The deep slate one actually doesn't have any block, they're like slabs or buttons or anything. I didn't realize, but sometimes you get surprised by the game. And Mojang, please add some variations, even though we have a lot. And the last thing I was doing was then down here as well, as you saw over here, I put in slabs instead to make it a little bit higher, and it actually looks really good. So my next stream, I'm going to be chilling with the viewers and be doing this. So I'm not going to do the final result in this episode. I just want to give it a little bit of an update. On to the next thing, which is possibly a lake. I have marked this area of future lake. Of course, there can't be a tree here, but when you look around in this whole area, it's just greenery and plains. Of course, there's some water around here, but I thought this little dent here would actually suit very well being a lake. And I just helped out Herring, which I can show a little bit of time lapse of, where we were making a lake for his place around his new terrain. He has been customizing a lot, and I did this on stream as well, where I jumped over and helped him and Blue fix the lake, and it was a really impressive project, so all respect to Herring for that. And it kind of got me inspired a little bit to look into terraforming this area with the path and maybe create a little bit of a lake if I'll finish it this episode, I don't really know because of the limited time. But I'm gonna try to work on a little bit of to create the lake. Sorry, I mispronounced it and then I just redid it. But I want to then terraform it around and then do a little bit of different colored terracotta or concrete in the water to give it some different color. I'm gonna test around a little bit with that in creative, but I definitely think the first item on this list is to tear down this tree, because then I can just get to work with it. So let's see what kind of lake we can build here. So I went into creative and played around a little bit in the plains with different gradients, different tones of combining, because in Minecraft, different biomes have different color waters. So if you're in the plains or in the cherry, they're two different, very different, distinct. Some of the biomes are very similar, but it's also what kind of vibe do you want to give it? And I come up with a pretty good one. I think for this, maybe we'll change it in future, or maybe make more around here. Like, you know, we have a lot of ways to do things. So gonna be light blue at the top, cyan, and then blue at the bottom. I guess I didn't gather enough blue actually, so I'll have to go back and do that. But yeah, I have terraformed a little bit over here and made it up. And of course, it's not going to be grass, and move stuff and try to build it. I collected a bunch of ice, and then we're going to use kelp to fill it up. So it's all water sources. So I was thinking I'm going to get the blue terracotta. I forgot. And then we can do a good old time lapse. And hopefully the lake will turn out great. And at what other greenery we'll do around. So let's get to it. From here, it looks amazing. As you probably saw, I was starting to place down some sand or ice. Sand and ice is very different, Chris. Oh well. Some ice, but that didn't work because it didn't turn into blocks unless it was just in the edge of it. So I then just placed in a layer of moss, water, and then I kelped the whole thing. And I also, in the meantime, looked up like the difference between a lake and a pond. Because I don't know what to define this as, because it's kind of deep, but it says lake. Okay, so I'll try again because I was messing up my words there. So it says lakes are normally much deeper than ponds, and have a larger surface. All the water in the pond is in photic zone, meaning ponds are shallow enough to allow sunlight to reach the bottom. This causes plants, sometimes too many, to grow at the bottom. Don't know. I guess it is more like a pond, maybe. Definitely some greenery to add in. I think I'm gonna do that on stream, because as I'm recording this now, and because of all the water was teasing me, this is actually Friday where the video is coming out. So I'm just sitting and doing the last little bits and bobs so I can make sure to release this video. I know this video is shorter, but I just thought it would be worth it to, like, you know, put one out. Also because when I started this month's project or video, it was a little bit, I wasn't sure what to do. Another thing we managed to do too, though, is that we managed to close off this whole round area down here. Now, the next thing we have to do is, of course, find a place for this boy, this late dragon, and then add the 2 staircases up to this place here. And see how I can maybe utilize all the areas around, because, you know, have a sniffer and armadillo farm there, we have a sea pickle and stuff like that. So there's still stuff to do and stuff to use, and I can still lay out this whole area, because, you know, I also have the room I can create here, like this sorter over here. Many ideas, many things to do. I don't know if you have any suggestions. I'm always open for those. Please let me know in the comments what we should do. It is a shorter episode, as I said. I have many more things I could have done, could have seen to. Didn't go all the way through. Making that tunnel would probably be one of them, making the arches. So there's plenty to do. Please let me know what you would like to see. next month's video is pretty much planned out. It's going to be a grind and it's going to be about an advancement, so definitely make sure to tune in for that one. It's gonna take its toll on me, but I think it's gonna be worth it because it's gonna help somebody else. So I hope to see you for that. I hope to see you for the next upcoming shift videos. Also make sure to watch Kaz's perspective in between mine, because then, you know, you get the whole storyline kinda. But with all of that said, thank you so much for watching and tuning in for this video. If you aren't subscribed, please consider it, and also leave a like, which helps my videos to get more traffic on them, and hopefully we can have more people join the community and share their great ideas. That would be awesome. But thank you again for all the support, and I'm looking forward to this 2025 with you guys. And I'm done rambling, so I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!